Guys and girls. So I thought I'd do a few videos whilst in isolation, um, just to give people a few things to practice at home, or just a few things to watch to sort of give you a little bit better knowledge on your own golf swing. Maybe there's a few things in there that you feel like you need to work on. So take a look and enjoy. Club face rotation through the ball, incredibly important. So club face is hugely dominant in the ball flight. Irons slightly less so than driver, but across the board, it's one of the most important areas, if not the most important area, to ensure you're hitting accurately. So club face rotation through impact is going to be hindered by a few things. You've got a few different examples, and there are people who rotate the club differently. You've got someone like Vijay Singh, who's got a ton of rotation through impact. He was quite well known for having a lot of kind of flip through the ball. I think you can actually see his right hand would always come off the club, would actually come off the club through impact. And then you've got a lot of the modern day players who are a lot more sort of passive and get a lot more of the body rotation through impact. So I think something that's important is there are different players who will do different amounts. But I would say this is more for the people who would see a lot of leaking either side. You're going to be flipping the club face over. If you're seeing the ball flight go left, right, you don't really have much of a miss. You've got a bit of a two-way miss, sorry, I should say. Then probably path is a little bit on the straight side. And what I mean by that, it's not always the best thing to have a dead straight path. But also the club face has got a lot of rotation through impact. And there's something somewhere along the way that's breaking down and not allowing you to swing through and hit the ball consistently on the same launch direction. Okay, so that's the big one from club face. So club face, the areas that I would say are going to be hugely affected are, to be honest, most areas. But I'm kind of assuming that you're going to be getting up to the top of the backswing in the right place. Okay, so we're going to do it from a position top of the backswing that is pretty neutral. Okay, so leading edge of the club in line roughly with this left wrist or somewhere around there. Now, as you're coming down the club face, I would always want to see my golfers get that club face slightly toed over. I never want to see that club face to 90 degrees to the ground or ever this way around. Okay, so I always want to see it in a bit more of this position. So you can look back at how that right arm should move, that right arm video, how that right arm should be moving on the downswing to help you get into that position from the top. Through impact is then where I would see most people break down for a good club face rotation. So I tend to see that getting through the ball, they get a bit stuck with their body. Elbow doesn't rotate much. And then all of a sudden, arm starts to bend. Club ends up having to kind of do its own thing. And you've then got to just work on then you've just got to really try hard just to try and get the club face back to position. It's purely just a timing game from there, whether you get it on that day or not. So I think a lot of people could really benefit from working on a drill where you get halfway down, turn and rotate, and make sure that lead leg is coming out of the ground. So you're straightening that lead leg out of the way. You're clearing the left side. You're getting the left shoulder to rotate out of the way and pushing that right arm through and releasing the club. So what I mean by that is, as you're coming down here, is if you video yourself and you're looking like you're right, I'm into a good position here. What do you do from there? Do you see some left butt cheek coming through impact? Do you see the shoulders? Are they too straight for impact? I'd say probably one of the most common faults in golf, that the shoulders are too straight for impact and there's no kind of like clearance through that left side. So I would say that is something to really look out for. Are you getting any rotation in that left side, in that left hip? Are you clearing that left leg? Are you clearing the left side? Are you getting that left shoulder out the way for impact? And then finally, are you allowing that left arm? Remember, that rotates in the backswing. It has to rotate as you come through impact. Now, watch out for when if you are going to work on the left arm, watch out for just doing this. You see a bit of softness to that left elbow there. You can see there, I'm just flipping the hands over. That's not really doing anything. That's just encouraging the fault you've already got. You're probably just going to hit more left. So work on it by getting into position and then just turning through the ball. Now you'll feel the left side get completely out the way. Left leg straighten, left hip out the way, left shoulder way clear of the chin. Shoulders will be slightly open to target, and you'll feel that you should be able to see that ball flight starts to go very straight. As long as you're getting all those points, you should be able to get a bit more consistency over the club face. Remember, that club face is going to rotate consistently if everything is working in a kinematic sequence, everything's working in time. It won't work consistently if you are stopping at any point or breaking down, or if you see I see a bit of a classic in the older chap of sort of like a bend in the knee past impact and a kind of a squat as they go through the ball, and a bit of a sort of Arnold Palmer kind of look. Oh, yeah, it worked pretty well for him though, mind you. But think you're looking for that kind of position. So again, just work on it from a short swing. Are you able to feel like you're pretty consistent going through impact here, and just feeling like you can get the ball flight going pretty straight? If you are, and you feel like, right, well, I can do that pretty well, just hitting a sort of a let's just call it half swing, and feeling like I'm getting everything moving through well, then have a look elsewhere in the swing. It's going to be somewhere at the top, or maybe even sort of halfway up into the backswing. Is it somewhere around there that you start to lose that club face, and there's a bit of excessive opening somewhere, or closing? But just try and get the feeling of you're trying to get everything moving through impact with each other. Okay. Hopefully there's something in there that you can practice at home, or at least it's just reinforcing what you already know, or hopefully you are, when you come out of isolation, able to get working on it at the range. So thanks for watching, and look after yourselves.